What if the vegetables you eat every day, the ones you always thought were healthy, are actually accelerating aging in your legs, brain, and immune system? For many older adults, that's exactly what's happening. And the worst part? Most don't even know it. Welcome to Health Insights, your trusted guide to aging well. I'm Dr. Michael Adams. In today's discussion, we're uncovering a truth that might change how you think about healthy food. Most of us grew up believing that vegetables are always good for us. And in general, that's true. But after age 60, things shift. Circulation slows, inflammation increases, nutrient absorption gets weaker. Suddenly, certain vegetables can quietly do more harm than good. Some may spike your blood sugar. Others irritate your gut lining. Some even damage small blood vessels in your legs and brain. Over time, these changes lead to poor circulation, foggy thinking, balance issues, and a higher risk of falls. One study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that certain foods, especially specific vegetables, were linked to faster declines in mobility and memory. These aren't rare foods. They're probably in your kitchen right now. But don't worry, this isn't a fear-based discussion. It's a solution-based one. Because for every vegetable you might need to avoid, there's another you should start eating. Here's what we'll cover. Healthline plus 3 Elas, Vegas plus 3, WebMD plus 3 vegetables you should avoid, especially if you care about your legs, brain, and independence. 3 vegetables you should eat to support circulation, nerve health, and daily movement. This isn't about a fad diet. It's about science and smarter food choices so you can age with strength, clarity, and confidence. As a physician, I've seen it too often. Seniors eating healthy but still feeling weak, dizzy, or forgetful. And many times, it's not about what they're missing. It's about what they didn't realize they needed to stop. That's what we're here to fix. So if you're ready to discover the vegetables that build you up and the ones breaking you down, stick with me. We'll start with one of the most common and most misleading vegetables on senior plates, the white potato. The white potato, a comfort food with hidden risks. Let's start with one of the most common and most comforting vegetables on senior dinner plates, the white potato. Mashed, baked, fried. White potatoes are a nostalgic favorite. They're warm, familiar, and show up at almost every family gathering. But if you're over 60, this starchy staple may be quietly working against your health. Why? White potatoes rank high on the glycemic index. That means they break down into sugar fast. This causes blood sugar spikes followed by crashes. The result? Stress on your blood vessels and inflammation throughout your body. Over time, that inflammation starts damaging your smallest capillaries, especially in your legs, feet, and brain. That means poor circulation, slower nerve signals, and a higher risk of numbness, cramps, and balance issues. Let's take John, a 72-year-old retired truck driver from Ohio. He ate mashed potatoes every night. "It was the one thing I never gave up," he said. But then he noticed changes. Waking up with stiff knees, feet that felt cold and numb, struggling to stand steady, especially on stairs. He thought it was just aging. But in a routine checkup, we reviewed his meals. The pattern was obvious. White potatoes, especially with butter or cream, were silently fueling his inflammation and weakening his circulation. This isn't just about carbs or calories. It's about what white potatoes lack: antioxidants, nutrients that protect your cells. Their pale color means poor defense against oxidative stress and cell damage. And when you add cheese, sour cream, or bacon bits, it gets worse. More saturated fat, more salt, higher blood pressure, more stress on your heart. Now the good news. John made one small change. He swapped mashed potatoes for steamed broccoli, the green powerhouse. We'll cover it in a minute. After just 2 weeks, less stiffness, better circulation, more confidence on his feet. Here's the point. You don't have to give up comfort food. Just make smart comfort choices, meals that soothe your soul and support your health. So before you load up on white potatoes, pause. Ask yourself, is this helping my legs or quietly making them weaker? Eggplant. A nightshade with a dark side. Let's talk about a vegetable that looks innocent, even elegant, but may be inflaming your joints and weakening your mobility. Eggplant. Eggplants belong to the nightshade family. That includes tomatoes, bell peppers, and white potatoes. While some people handle nightshades just fine, many adults over 60 become more sensitive with age, especially those with arthritis, joint stiffness, or nerve pain. Why? It comes down to a natural compound called solanine. Solanine is a defense chemical plants use to fight off insects. But in your body, it can act as an irritant, especially in joints that are already vulnerable: your knees, hips, and lower back. Eatingwell.com. For seniors, the effects build slowly. No dramatic flare-ups, just daily wear and tear. Maybe your joints feel swollen in the morning. Maybe your legs feel heavy. Maybe stairs feel harder, not because you're weak, but because your body feels tense and uncooperative. Solanine can create low-grade inflammation that lingers, not just in joints, but in muscles, nerves, and blood vessels. And here's the issue. Eggplants are everywhere. Roasted, grilled, stewed. They sneak into meals without you even noticing. The real danger? Solanine may slow down the signals between your brain and your legs. That means slower reflexes, weaker balance, and a higher risk of stumbling. But this isn't just physical, it's emotional too. You start avoiding stairs. You say no to social events because you're afraid your body won't keep up. The good news? You don't have to cut all nightshades. But if you've got joint pain, nerve issues, or stiffness, eggplant might be worth cutting for a few weeks. Remove it, track how you feel. Less stiffness, more energy, better balance. If yes, you've found a trigger and removed it. And you've got great options: leafy greens, zucchini, carrots, cruciferous veggies like bok choy and cauliflower. This isn't about restriction. It's about precision. Choosing foods that help you move better, think clearer, and stay connected to the life you love. Green bell peppers. A crunchy culprit now. Let's talk about another vegetable that looks healthy but may not be as harmless as it seems: the green bell pepper. It's crisp, colorful, common in salads, stir-fries, and wraps. But for seniors, especially those with joint pain, digestion issues, or nerve discomfort, green bell peppers can quietly cause trouble. Why? The answer is lectins. Lectins are natural plant proteins. They protect plants from insects and animals. But in the human body, especially one that's aging, they can do subtle damage. Here's how. Lectins stick to your gut lining. They block nutrient absorption. They irritate the intestinal wall and open tiny gaps, allowing unwanted particles to leak into your bloodstream. This triggers a low-grade immune response. Green bell peppers, a crunchy culprit. This triggers a low-grade immune response. Your body treats those particles like invaders. The result? Chronic, silent inflammation, especially in your joints, muscles, and brain. You might not feel it immediately, but over time, you may notice more bloating, joint stiffness, brain fog, or even unexplained fatigue. And the older you get, the less resilient your gut lining becomes. Green bell peppers are especially high in lectins when eaten raw. That means your crunchy salad or fresh veggie wrap might be stressing your gut without you realizing it. Let me give you an example. Linda, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Arizona, ate bell peppers every day. She thought she was being healthy. Bright colors meant more antioxidants, right? But she was constantly dealing with bloating, sore joints, and afternoon crashes. Once we removed raw green peppers for just 2 weeks, everything changed. Her stomach felt calmer. Her knees didn't ache as much. She even said, "I didn't realize how foggy I'd become until it lifted." The point isn't that green peppers are evil, but your body's ability to tolerate lectins can decline with age, especially if you already have leaky gut, arthritis, or autoimmune issues. So, what should you do? Try swapping raw green peppers for cooked red or yellow peppers. Cooking reduces lectin levels, and red peppers have more antioxidants and are easier on your digestion. This isn't about avoiding vegetables. It's about choosing the ones that love you back. Now let's talk about the heroes. 3 vegetables that slow aging and rebuild strength. You've learned which vegetables might quietly age your legs, nerves, and immune system. But now let's shift the focus to healing, strength, and clarity. These are the 3 vegetables that help you age well. They support circulation, calm inflammation, strengthen muscles and bones, and keep your brain alert and your balance strong. Let's dive in. Steamed broccoli. The green powerhouse. Broccoli isn't flashy, it's not exotic. But for people over 60, it's one of the most powerful anti-aging vegetables on the planet. Why? Because it's rich in sulforaphane, a compound that activates your body's internal detox and repair systems. Think of sulforaphane like a switch that turns on your cellular defense shields. It also boosts glutathione, your body's master antioxidant. That helps protect your blood vessels, brain, and muscles from aging. Broccoli is also rich in vitamin K, which strengthens bones and supports blood clotting, key for fall prevention. Let's revisit John, the truck driver from earlier. When he swapped mashed potatoes for steamed broccoli, he didn't just cut sugar spikes. He introduced a vegetable that actively rebuilt his capillaries and supported better blood flow. He reported less numbness, more energy, and fewer nighttime leg cramps. How to eat it. Steam it lightly, don't overcook it. Add a bit of olive oil and lemon for better absorption and taste. Try pairing it with salmon or lentils for a circulation-boosting dinner. Beets, nature's nitric oxide, booster beets, are vibrant and powerful. They're one of the few vegetables proven to increase nitric oxide in the blood. Why does that matter? Because nitric oxide widens your blood vessels, improving circulation from head to toe. That means more oxygen to your muscles, better brain function, improved stamina, and fewer dizzy spells or cold extremities. In fact, studies from Wake Forest University show that seniors who drink beet juice before a walk perform better and feel stronger. Beets also contain betalains, pigments that reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. That means less damage to your nerves, joints, and arteries. If you've been feeling sluggish, forgetful, or tired after light exertion, beets may help restore energy and flow. How to eat them. Roast them with olive oil. Add them to salads. Blend them into a smoothie with berries and a touch of lemon. You can even try beet powder in water before a walk or workout. Bok choy. The gentle anti-inflammatory. Bok choy may not be a regular on American dinner tables, but it should be, especially after age 60. It's part of the cruciferous family, like broccoli and cabbage, but it's gentler on digestion. It contains vitamin C, beta-carotene, calcium, and selenium, a powerful anti-inflammatory combo. Bok choy is especially good for people with joint issues or autoimmune concerns. It calms overactive immune responses without irritating the gut. It also contains quercetin, which supports blood vessel health and reduces swelling. Here's a real example. Evelyn, a 74-year-old former dancer, was struggling with stiffness and swelling in her knees. She started making bok choy stir-fries 3 times a week. Within a month, she noticed better range of motion and less swelling. Plus, it gave her a light, satisfying meal that didn't upset her stomach. How to eat it. Sauté it lightly with garlic, ginger, and sesame oil. Serve with brown rice or tofu. It cooks quickly, digests easily, and supports both strength and grace. Final thoughts. Aging doesn't mean weakness, but it does require wisdom. Some vegetables that once served you well in your 30s or 40s may no longer be allies after 60, but others become even more important, offering strength, protection, and vitality. So remember, limit white potatoes, eggplant, and raw green bell peppers if you're noticing joint pain, circulation issues, or brain fog. Embrace broccoli, beets, and bok choy for better energy, balance, and clarity. This is how we age smarter, not by eating less, but by eating better. I'm Dr. Michael Adams, and I hope today's insights empower you or someone you love to take control of your health, one smart plate at a time. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Let's age with strength, purpose, and joy together.